The fluorescent lights of the downtown Chicago law office buzzed like angry hornets as Alex stared at the stack of papers his lawyer had just slid across the desk. Your father and stepmother are suing you for the condo deed and $250,000 in reimbursements, the attorney said flatly. Alex's world tilted. This wasn't just a family spat, it was war. His own father, Grant, the man who'd raised him after his mom's death, teaming up with Evelyn, the stepmother who'd slithered into their lives a decade ago with her fake smiles and hidden agendas. And buried in the attachments, proof of the deception that fueled it all. Evelyn's affair with Alex's uncle, his father's brother, complete with emails and receipts that showed how they'd been siphoning family money to cover their tracks. Betrayal hit like a gut punch, but rage followed fast. Alex wasn't backing down. He'd expose it all and make them pay. It started unraveling 3 weeks earlier, when Alex had proudly shown off his new 2-bedroom condo in Lincoln Park during a family video call. Keys fresh in hand, he'd panned the camera over the hardwood floors and city view, bought with years of late nights coding at a startup, no handouts. "I did it on my own," he'd said, beaming. Grant's face had frozen, Evelyn's eyes narrowing behind her perfectly highlighted hair. "That's ambitious," she'd purred, while her son Tyler, Alex's entitled stepbrother, muttered something about lucky breaks. Alex had laughed it off as envy, but now with the lawsuit in black and white, he saw the truth. They wanted his hard-earned success to bail out their lies.
Heart pounding, Alex drove straight to his grandma's cozy bungalow in the suburbs, the one person who'd always seen through the family's facade. She met him at the door with a hug that smelled like fresh-baked cookies and handed him a dusty file box from the attic. "I knew this day might come," she said, her voice steady. Inside were relics of the past, old bank statements, printed emails from years ago, even grainy photos from a private investigator she'd hired on a hunch. "Your father's known about Evelyn and your uncle for ages," Grandma revealed. "He covered it up to keep the peace, but they've been diverting the family trust to fund her little escapades, and now Tyler's failing ventures. They see your condo as easy money to plug the holes." Alex's phone lit up with calls, Grant pleading, Evelyn's saccharine voicemails, Tyler's aggressive texts demanding a fair share. He silenced them and got to work. On his laptop, he mapped it out like a code debug. His W-2s, freelance gigs, the Roth IRA he'd built from scratch. Side by side, the family's lopsided spending screamed hypocrisy. Thousands on Tyler's entrepreneur flops, luxury spas for Evelyn, zilch for Alex beyond basics. Then, the smoking gun, an intercepted email chain where Evelyn bragged to her lover about manipulating Grant. "He's too weak to fight us. We'll take what the kid has and run." Affair exposed, deception laid bare. Emotion boiled over, hurt from his father's spinelessness, fury at Evelyn's greed. This wasn't family, it was a con. Vengeance sharpened his focus. Alex filed a countersuit the next morning at the Cook County Courthouse, Grandma's vintage leather briefcase heavy with evidence. He changed his locks, wired up Ring cameras, and took unpaid leave after an anonymous complaint to his boss about his family drama. Paranoia? Hell no. Preparation.
The hearing came fast, the courtroom a sterile arena of oak benches and echoing footsteps. Grant sat stiffly, avoiding eye contact. Evelyn dabbed at mascara-streaked cheeks for show. Tyler glowered like a kid denied candy. Their slick lawyer spun tales of parental sacrifices, flashing bogus receipts for Alex's upbringing. Judge Ramirez wasn't buying it. "Show me a loan agreement, a single binding document," she demanded. Crickets. Alex rose, voice like steel. "Your Honor, this isn't sacrifice. It's extortion, masking fraud." He unveiled his arsenal, financial timelines proving his independence, the uneven handouts favoring Tyler, and the affair bombshell, emails, photos, transfers linking Evelyn's infidelity to the family's drained accounts. My father's deception in hiding this has poisoned everything. They're not entitled to my life." The judge's gavel cracked like thunder. Dismissed with prejudice, this court won't reward deceit. Evelyn gasped. Grant slumped. Outside, in the biting January wind, Grandma clapped Alex's back. "That's my boy. Stand tall." But revenge wasn't done. That night, his camera app alerted. Evelyn's BMW creeping up his street, Tyler lurking with a crowbar. They froze under the lens and fled. Alex filed the restraining order at dawn, footage attached. As the clerk stamped it approved, a weight lifted. Emotional scars lingered, but victory burned sweet. Back home, Alex unpacked the last box, poured a whiskey, and toasted the skyline. No more shadows. He'd stood against the deception, reclaimed his ground, and watched their empire of lies crumble. In America, hard work wins, and so does truth.